With the Advantech subfloor assembly, you can be sure that you're building a reputation on something stronger. And the best builders, well, they may always stand apart, but they never stand alone. So ask yourself, are you bringing your A game?
Hey everybody, welcome back to the Before the Build series. Steve Basic Architect here, and we are talking Hilltop Aarow project. We are talking roof rakes today. This is a pretty extraordinary roof system in that it's a very low sloping, single slope roof that I chose to vent. So part of that has to do with what happens at the roof rakes. So this is a pretty important detail as far as the success of the building from a building science perspective. So anyways, got Big Red in hand. You got the details on the desk. Let's dive in and let's talk roof rakes. All right, so we got our section out. Remember we talked about the footing details, the water table, second floor bay and transition. Well, today we talk about that roof rake detail. And the roof rake detail is actually parallel to the section that is cut here, not perpendicular like the details that we have previously looked at. So that being said, you would show that as a section cut, and we would show that coming up. So let's take a look at that detail. Register our drawing there. Make sure we're good to go. All right, so location. There's our top of the wall. There's our double top plate. There's our T-stud. And that's filled with our Havelock wool insulation in there. So that's roughly our 32-ish. And then we have our Zip R9 on the outside of that. So that gives us roughly, or I'm sorry, the Havelock wool's 21-ish, so that's going to give us roughly a 30-ish wall frame. Notice that the Zip R9 goes all the way up to the top here on the detail. And when you're dealing with a vented roof, there's basically two aspects. One, you want to limit the amount of moisture load, right? So we have a bunch of moisture that's trying to migrate up there, and we want to limit that. In this house, what we did is we have a Zender that handles the RH down here in the house via dilution through distribution of outside air through the ventilation system. So we control that. So we're limiting the amount of moisture that we put in the house to begin with. And then we have our Siga Myrex vapor retarder there that goes up. And that basically seals off or retards moisture migration up into the attic space. And then you can see here where our insulation stops, and then we have our vented space. And then if we continue this, this would be in elevation all the way up to the roof structure there. And then we have that vent at the top of the roof there that provides exfiltration to the air that we infiltrate into the system. So that being said, we have moisture going up. The other way we deal with the air is by venting it, right? What we can't control via the Zender or the Siga, we allow that moisture to migrate up into this vent space. And that vent space is, if you remember in the section, it's connected all the way back to the soffit of that deck area. And as it moves towards the high point here, it gets increasingly larger. Right, so that we have that air going out there and we have air going in here. But one of the things that I did to add to the success of the roof was not only did we have that 10 feet of venting at the bottom. But I introduce air at the rake here so that we can get air into our system here, and obviously across the way. On the other side, our building's only 18 feet wide, so that gives us a pretty narrow perspective, and it's, I don't know, on the order of 70 feet long. So, you know, it's well over 3 times the length than it is wide. So we have an opportunity there to really jam a lot of air into that system to handle the very little moisture that we are allowing to get into that system. So the way we did it, roof trusses, we have our 5/8 inch zip here, but notice I called for these 4-inch strips to be cut, and those are 4 by 12. And you'll see those in the slideshow that get cut up the roof. And that allows this vented air to get into this, what I would consider the superhighway of the system. That's that 1.5-inch vented channel via these 2x4s that are aligned with the trusses. And that air goes all the way up to the top and comes out that vent here that we were speaking of. But so we get that slow migration into this air. This moisture laden air jumps up and has the ability to basically get on that superhighway. That superhighway gets supercharged by introducing air on the rakes. And what we did there was we had a 2x4 on the flat that came back about 18 inches. And then from the sheathing out, we had a 2x4 on edge to build that with a 2x4 rough fascia that acts as a rail that goes up the system. And then we applied our soffit material underneath that. But that allows us to really just flood that upper venting channel with air from basically all 3 sides. You're getting it from here, but you're introducing that air all along the roof, along those rakes. So, you know, putting the roof in a position for success, again, we limit the amount of moisture that gets into the roof system, and what does get in, we flush out heartily by providing as much ventilation air as we can. And I know some people, you know, remember this is a 1 in 12 roof, and a lot of people would say, oh, you can't vent anything under a 3 in 12. And I felt confident that if we put enough air into the system that we could. And in fact, my good friend Peter Yost, part of the Unbuild It podcast, he was there with some of his tools, and we actually injected a bunch of theatrical fog into the soffit, not the rakes, just the soffit, to see where it would go. And in the 32-foot roof out at the outbuilding there, we bled that smoke in less than, I don't know, I think it was probably around 28 seconds. And it was streaming out. We weren't even ready. We had to reset everything up to take a video because we weren't expecting it to vent that quick. So this roof actually performs exceptionally well. And, you know, it looks good. It's got that nice thin profile running up the rails there. And, yeah, just as we intended. You know, as always, it performs as good as it looks. So, anyways, we got a great slideshow coming out right after this. So stay tuned, enjoy the photos, and until next time.